Hey everybody, this is Mr. Horton with a series of video backup lessons for Studio Art 1, Studio Art 2, and film appreciation and cinematography. Verni Arts, Iona Prep.
Alright, so the next thing we're doing, you'll notice I have 3 circles set up on the page horizontally. Top one on the left says mugshot. We have one called ISO, which is short for isometric, and then we have one for profile. Okay, so going to the top left one. Oh, and by the way, the size of these circles, if you look at it in relation to the eraser, they're not super small. They're a little bit big. Okay, try to get them close. Okay, so zooming in on the first circle, these are going to eventually be head shapes. Now we're going to start out, this face is looking directly forward, like a mugshot. Okay, so we are going to start out with a cross, middle of the face. We are going to extend the vertical line down out of the circle. This dictates the chin length on the head. Okay, we're going to do 2 lines coming off the left and right side of the circle, which are then going to connect down to that point. Okay, the jawline. All right, the neck. I'm going to come down like this. I'm going to do slightly diagonal lines coming off the neck, and I'm going to show a hint of our collarbone. All right, now, features. Center of the cross is the bridge of your nose. To the left and right on the horizontal line is where your eyes go. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything nuts here. I'm just going to do an eye and an eye on here. And I'm going to do a bracket and a bracket. Okay. The nose starts at the cross and it comes down. It's kind of like a J shape. The mouth is anywhere in this region depending on how big or small your chin is or how much space you have between the bottom of your nose and the top of your lip. I'm going to just kind of put it in right here, give this very generic looking face. I'm going to put in eyebrows. I'm not going to, again, do anything nuts. I'm just doing thin kind of eyebrows above the eyes. To the left and right of the horizontal line are the ears. Now, ears, again, I'm not going to do anything nuts. I'm just going to do curves here. And I'm going to do a 3 and a 3. Speaking of ears for a second, just a tangent down here, okay? I just drew an ear that looks like this, okay? You could draw maybe an ear that looks like this. This is the type of ear that you'd see like Homer Simpson have, or Shrek, okay? A realistic human ear looks a little bit like a butterfly. It's kind of like that a little bit. And then depending on your ethnicity or age or genetics, the upper part might be bigger than the lower part or vice versa, okay? Anime ears tend to be more elf-like. So they tend to be like, more like that almost, okay? So just a heads up on that. You don't have to go nuts with the ears. All right, so we're back at the face here. Let's talk about hair. Hair, hard. Now, on a minute level, hair is long streaks of diamond shapes stretched out and curved. So imagine you were doing a hair and it looked like this. It's almost like a stretched out diamond shape. And then you layer these. And then basically you erase the center part and you're given the flow in the hair. Okay? It's not, again, it's not an exact science. Hair is really, really hard. I'm going to start with the sideburn. I'm going to come up, sideburn, and come up. I'm going to give him a little bit of a widow's peak. Now, this is where this is going to get difficult. I'm kind of just drawing in these like S shapes. Then I'm going to connect to that widow's peak. I'm going to do like hair like this and hair like this. Spikiness right here and spikiness going down. And there you go. You can see the face. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to do any degree of detail on the face that I need to do. Like moles, like chin lines, like scars, like glasses. Okay? Let's go on to the next face. ISO. So isometric face. Isometric is a fancy art word of saying diagonal. So this face is turned, it's looking diagonally kind of this way, but it's not fully profile. Okay? So now, the vertical line in the cross, because the face is turned, is now over here. You'll see the curve at the top. The horizontal line is at the same spot because he's not looking up or down at all. He's just looking over. Right? Similar deal. We're going to start by putting in the eyes. Didn't really do anything nuts. Remember, you're going to want to be a little bit conscious of all the features on the right side of the face that are around the turn are going to be slightly smaller. The ear is now curved in. The eyebrow. The nose. Okay, I forgot to extend the chin here. But yeah, we're going to bring the vertical line down. We're going to bring a vertical line down from under the ear. We're going to bring a line down from the side. And I'm going to connect and connect. Make that nose a little bit bigger too. There we go. That works. All right, so let's give this guy a beard. Okay? I'm going to start under the nose. I'm not even going to put in a mouth. I'm going to start under the nose, and I'm going to give him kind of like this mustache. He already looks older. Let's give him some wrinkling under his eyes. This dude already looks older. Okay? I'm going to come around the shape of the chin, and I'm kind of going to just trace the shape like that. I'm going to put a W in the mouth. I'm going to give him a little bit of a sideburn line on both sides. And I'm going to connect and connect. Might just leave this guy bald. Give a little bit of a neckline and a neckline and a shoulder line. Nope, can't see that. So neckline, neckline, shoulder line, shoulder line. And again, he is looking diagonal. I feel like we'd see some lines in his forehead too. All right, profile. Profiles stink. They're always hard to do. Okay, profile is the complete side of your face. So this is going to completely change what we're doing right now. We are going to do the cross again. The cross now is, again, back to kind of normal. But it's also super, super different because we're going to draw a line right here. This line I just put in is dependent on where the person's looking. So my person's looking right, so the line is on the right side. Okay? I am going to bring my line down, and I'm going to connect like this. So line in the front, line extended. This is our chin line. I'm going to put in another horizontal line right here at the bottom of the circle. I'm going to draw in my neck. Again, I'm not showing the collar line because the collar line's coming at us. All right, so let's start putting features in this. Now, at the center of the cross, because this is profile, it all changes. Now, the center of the cross is now an ear. Okay? On my horizontal line next to that cross is an eye. And I'm going to put an eyebrow. Between these first two sections, this is where you put your nose. Between my next two sections, this is where I put my mouth. Then I'm going to dictate the shape of my chin. So inside this next area, I'm going to kind of just draw in my chin shape. I'm going to make my neck touch that. I'm going to erase anything else I don't need. All right, so there's kind of the face looking, again, this way. Let's give this guy some crazier flowy hair. So starting at the peak of his head, I'm going to do a line up. I'm going to curve down. I'm going to go kind of like this. Give him kind of a flowy, like, surfer kind of hair. So I came down, I did kind of like spikes, then I'm just kind of doing S shapes and spikes and S shapes and spikes, then coming up. And like that. Okay, so here are our three faces that we drew. We have one going forward, one going diagonal, one going to the side. I talked a little bit about ears. I talked a little bit about how hair moves. Okay, the next thing we're going to do in class is going to be emotions on faces. Okay, we're going to be looking at a bunch of emotions. All right, so again, any questions, email me. This is not graded. Okay. You're not photographing this. You're not handing it in to me to classroom. See you guys next class.
If you have any questions about the assignment, email me or refer to the project on Google Classroom. See you in class.